Hey guys, it's Sebastian, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about a different kind of virtual meeting setup. So you've probably seen our last video about the ultimate video setup, but what if you don't have maybe the budget to upgrade your equipment to a whole bunch of camera equipment and audio equipment? You don't want to spend all this money right now. Totally get it, makes sense. I'm going to show you a little bit of a way to cheat that system and make your laptop webcam and yourself sound good on a budget. So the first thing you'll notice is I have all this fancy equipment out. Let's get rid of that now. So all that equipment's gone. We can get rid of this capture card here. We don't need this. We're just going to be using, I'm going to get this over here. Okay. We're just going to be using our laptop webcam. So the first thing that we'll notice when we go to our laptop webcam screen here is you'll notice that it's on a downward angle and you're kind of looking up my nose. This isn't really ideal in any video or virtual call situation. You really want the camera to be level with the person speaking. So you'll notice over in this main angle that we're on right now, it's straight on, the camera's eye level to me. I'm a pretty tall person in general, so the tripod's all the way up as high as it can go, and we're lined up with that. That's really key because it just makes it feel like we're on the same level and it doesn't have you looking up my nose the entire video. So we want to do that, but instead of, because our laptop's not connected to a tripod and we can't easily raise it up, what I always do is I grab a set of books, as crazy as it sounds here. I just have some old textbooks, and we can just lift up our laptop here. Oh. Now we can just lift our laptop up here with some old textbooks to fix this problem. And, I'm connected to a whole bunch of external cables here. Don't mind these. These are just so that I can record the screen and capture it for this video. But I'm just making sure that that's actually, it's quite a bit more level and I look a little bit better. You're not looking up at my nose, you're looking more straight on. It's still a little bit lower, but we can kind of deal with that. The other thing you can do is if you're on a desk chair, you can kind of lower yourself down a little bit and just make yourself straight on with the camera. There we go. And we got a little bit of the SkyComp logo in the background. That works for me. A little bit of branding, never hurt anyone. Cool. And you can see it's not as great as that, the look is not as good, the quality is not as good as an Nikon camera that we have in front of us here, but for a laptop webcam, it's pretty good. I also have some lighting going on in this space right now. If you don't have, professional LED lights, the other thing you can do is always just flip up that desk lamp and point that at yourself. That's gonna make things a little bit brighter. It's gonna allow that tiny little webcam sensor, that tiny little camera sensor to see a little bit more of what's going on. Usually the aperture in these cameras is automatic, so you're going to notice if, I cover it, you see how the light kind of like fades back in. So to avoid that, we can just point a single whatever desk lamp that you have at home. That's going to work perfectly, just to add a little bit more to your face, just to brighten things up a bit, make it look a little bit better on camera. So right now, it's pretty good. There's a little bit of shadows on my face, but if I was on a video call with myself right now, it's not that bad. It's pretty workable. The next thing you're probably wondering about is audio, right? So I had this amazing professional, USB microphone that sounded amazing, and I have a lav mic on right now for the video recording. But if you don't have any of those things, my best suggestion is a good pair of headphones. These are Sony Headphones, and the key thing that you're looking for in these, and we'll see if I can. I'm gonna mute myself first. Just gonna pop these out. The thing that you're looking for in these kind of headphones is it has 3 lines, and this is a specific type of audio connection that allows for stereo audio, so left and right, and a microphone input. And then you're probably wondering where on these headphones is that microphone? There's usually a little kind of thing, I don't know if you can see on the headphones there. there's a little extra little rectangle thing here. It has a little bit of a microphone input. It also has a mute button. Sometimes if you're listening to music, it can be a skip button, but for the most part, it's your mute button on here. So we can just pop those headphones on. And then that microphone, we're gonna switch to that level of audio now, and that's right kind of by where the kind of, almost where the lav mic is, you can see there. And that's gonna pick up an okay level of audio. It's gonna be a lot better than just the internal laptop mic. It's gonna be closer to you. Again, it's not gonna sound like a professional Samson CO3, but it's gonna be pretty darn good. So we've done audio, we've done some video, we've added maybe a desk lamp to make our lighting look a little bit better. The next thing we can do is it's not necessarily about the technical end of things, but it's just making your meeting work and making it work every time. Now we all know that digital meetings and virtual meetings, internet is a huge thing. Luckily here at SkyComp, we have great internet speeds just because of our need for that as an IT company, but there's a couple things that you can do, and there's a really big one off the top, downloading the software. So on these two laptops that I have in front of me that we're on a Teams call on, I have both applications for Microsoft Teams downloaded. That's gonna be key. Don't use a web browser, even in Zoom, even in Google Meet. Download that software application. Make sure if it's not a software application, it's in your browser. The browser extension is downloaded. The next thing you want to do is check your internet connection before you join the meeting. And if you're working from home, this is as far as, going down to your modem, make sure all the lights are blinking, making sure that that's working. And you can even do a speed test. Next thing you really want to do is, on this computer, I really have no background applications open. Nothing else is open but the Teams call. So it's going to run a lot smoother. You're not going to have any problems with, the RAM or CPU or GPU using other things instead of that video call. You really want the computer to prioritize the video call as the main application that's being used. So you want to really close any background applications that you have open. Anything helps. The next thing that you want to think about is choosing audio over video. So your internet speed, you don't have a great one. It's the best you can do. You're not at the office, you're at home, your internet kind of is slow at home. The best thing you can do is just shut off the video, because then it's not uploading all these packets of video to the other end of the call. And your audio is going to become a priority there. And audio is substantially smaller to transport than video is. So it makes things a lot nicer. At least the other end of your virtual call will be able to hear you. That's what's most important. And if you want to upgrade that internet and get your video going, that's the next step you got to take for that, unfortunately. The next thing you want to do, and I have personally dealt with this a lot, I live at home with my family, and everyone is watching Netflix. Not during working hours, of course. We shut them down for working hours, but you really want to make sure that your Netflix is not streaming, or any streaming platform, YouTube. You're not downloading anything, you're not uploading any footage or any clips of anything or documents. You really want to make sure that your internet is clear of all those things. So when you're going on a video call, maybe a couple minutes before, you can just say to everyone in your household, hey, I'm going to be joining an important meeting soon. If everyone could just not stream anything on the internet for a bit, that would be awesome. And it's tough, I know, because lots of our entertainment is via streaming, but maybe you can grab a board game, pick up a new hobby, go for a walk outside. And this one we've said many, many times, it is so important, it is so key, and it has become, a staple of working from home and virtual meetings, but muting your mic when you're not speaking. It's a little thing, it's hard to forget, it's hard to remember to unmute yourself when you want to talk, but it's really, really important, because background noise, when someone's trying to present something, someone's trying to say an idea, is so distracting, and it's a really easy fix. And there's actually a great keyboard shortcuts video, which I can put in the top of this here, you can link to. And we actually show you some keyboard shortcuts for Microsoft Teams so that you can quickly mute yourself and not have to distract to the rest of the virtual meeting. So we've raised our laptop up, we look a little bit better on camera, we sound pretty great on camera. These are just little things you can do to elevate that virtual meeting without breaking the bank. We hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to watch more videos on Microsoft Teams, you can click here. And if you'd like to watch more videos about solving technology, you can click over here. If you like what we're doing at SkyComp and you want to support us, you can hit the subscribe button right here. Thanks for watching.